As a business owner, entrepreneur, your unfair advantage is who you hire. So how in the world do you use this to your advantage? How can it help you? Where do you look for these people, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan, coming to you live for Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales, growth, opportunity, business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. Coming to you live from Sacramento. So I want to have what I'm going to refer to as a butt-scorching conversation with you, and it's going to come down to how you hire and who you hire. And so when you take a look at the open market, in your mind, you have a budget that's set aside for the person that you want to hire. So we're going to use a watermark of $100,000 because it makes the numbers and the math super easy. You modify this number to fit your needs. So you're growing your business, you're growing your organization, you're growing your team. And one of the things that happens is you have the opportunity to hire somebody. And in your mind, you're like, this role is a valuation of $100,000. Okay. But we're going to play let's have some fun and do some pretendsy. So if the person that you could hire for $100,000 gives you an output of 80, what could you get on the market if you paid 120, 130, or 150 grand? What gradient level, what skills, talents, and capabilities does that extra $30,000 or $50,000 buy for you? So if we take a look and we flip this and we look at it as an investment, and we say, what is the return on investment for somebody that we pay for at 100? And what is the return on investment that we pay for somebody at 150? Now, there is a time horizon. There's future value of money. There's conversations that you have to take a look at and say, what can this person do? And what do they bring to the table? Okay. So there's also this. If I can hire the top talent off of the market, my competition can't, right? I can move faster. They can move slower. If I can acquire the top talent on the market, I could find more top talent because like, when you're looking at somebody who's talented, they go into a business and they're like, who's my equivalent? Who can do what I do? You know, we should really be bringing like these A+, A+++++ level players in. Otherwise, I'm going to get burned out. Right? I'm going to be the person that everybody goes to and everybody's like, hey, I need your help. I need. Okay. So your unfair advantage in business is getting the skills and the talents that other people don't have. And so some of these roles make me like, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting to pay this much. Like you're thinking of it as a cost and not an investment. You're thinking of it as like, what can I bring to the table that other people can't? Like when you get to a certain gradient, I'm going to give you a random watermark. If you're looking for somebody at $100,000 and somebody exceptionally better is at 150, the output that they're going to give you is completely different. The strategies that they're going to talk about are completely different. And their experiences in life are probably 3 or 4 places past where most people are. So they're like, oh, you know what? I've already lived through that 7 or 8 times. I've already been through this. I can tell you what the roadblocks are going to be. And so your ability to pay for speed is a leverage point in the marketplace. Your ability to pay for speed and wisdom becomes exponential against your competition, and it gives you the ability to grow. But here's the rub, as they like to say, people like to say. What you're going to grow up against is your identity, right? What happens if I bring somebody in better than me? What happens if I've never paid somebody like this much money before? What happens? Like you start going into the what ifs, which is perfectly normal and it's fine. But there's going to have to be a point where you decide like, hey, listen, either I'm going to stay where I'm at or I'm going to find the people who need to get me where I need to be. And in the days of like one person in an interview, you may luck out. You may absolutely luck out. And on the first interview, hit it out of the park and get the right person. But if you're looking for like the rocket fuel for the growth of your business, it's the people that you bring onto your team. Sure, we could go back to the 1950s and go to pay and grade and bring somebody all the way up. What you're suffering against is they don't have enough view. They haven't seen enough. They don't have the skills to bring to the table. Right. So there's a huge difference between somebody who's brand new in sales and somebody who is a freaking closer. There's somebody who is brand new to the world of marketing and somebody who has had millions or tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars in ad spend. There's a huge difference in the marketplace between somebody who is in the financial world, who has looked at $1 million businesses and versus 10 million and $100 million businesses. There's going to be different stages to what they give you in conversation. Right now, your biggest unfair advantage is going to be the people who are displaced in the market due to AI, and you might be able to snatch them up. You might be able to get them at a discount. But I'm going to have you flip your thinking and like, hey, if we're going to acquire somebody, how do we get the absolute best person? And if we have to pay extra, what's that gradient give us? If we were considering paying 100 and we pay 150 and we make an extra $1 million, that's a 20 times return on investment. There you go. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.